Hi guys, and welcome to or welcome back to the No Gluten Zone. I create content for people with what I call food issues because there's a lot of similarities across the board, whether you have food allergies, food sensitivities, food intolerances, or an autoimmune issue that affects your diet. Today, I am going to be making a recipe here for you. It is gluten-free buttermilk sourdough pancake / waffle mix. Hi guys, I wanted to interrupt your previously scheduled video just for one moment and ask for a big favor. So I've had a goal all along to hit 500 subscribers for my channel, and I recently hit 400, and it just makes it feel so close. I'm almost there. So I wanted to ask if you would consider subscribing. It is free. Just click the subscribe. And if you want to be notified of future uploads of videos, you can hit the bell icon. I would so appreciate it. And if you're watching this video at some point in the future when I already have beyond 500 subscribers, then I would still appreciate your subscription, because I guarantee you I have some new updated goal at that time. So I so appreciate each and every one of my subscribers and viewers. And I just wanted to ask for this favor. And also, if you hit the thumbs up or thumbs down, just to show me what you like to see, it helps me plan future videos and that sort of thing. So thank you so much. And now back to your video. I like to keep this made ahead of time and have it in the refrigerator ready to go. And it is a recipe I created on my own over time, just making little adjustments here and there. And I think it's fantastic. And we use it for both waffles and pancakes in my house. And I keep it in a mason jar in the refrigerator. So I have the dry ingredients measured here and the wet here. We're going to whisk both of them, and then you add the wet to the dry. So the dry ingredients in here is 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon baking soda, and 2 tablespoons of buttermilk powder. And you whisk that together. Our wet ingredient are 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 egg, about 1/4 cup of water, and about 2 tablespoons of sourdough starter discard. You could use active starter. I just use the discard that is taken off at feeding times. I keep my discard in a jar in the refrigerator, and I use it for things like this. You could use either one. We're going to whisk this together. I will put in the description box down below a link to the video showing you how I make this flour blend. I will also put a link to the video on how to make your own sourdough starter, because if you don't already have one, you really should, especially just for this recipe. And at this time, I'm really not baking much. And the only thing my sourdough starter is doing is providing starter for my pancake and waffle mix. And if you keep your starter in the refrigerator, you can feed it once a week, and you don't have like just tons of it that has to get used up or thrown away. I actually never throw discard away. I use it for this mostly and for baking, and I just control how much I'm feeding my starter and how often, according to my needs. So we have whisked together the dry ingredients, we have whisked the wet ingredients. We're going to add the wet to the dry. And then we're going to whisk that together. You can store all of the dry ingredients together ahead of time and then just add the wet to it and kind of have like your own mix ready to go. But I do recommend storing the buttermilk powder separate, because when I have stored it together, it gets like rock hard and then it wants to get really lumpy in the mix. And the water, I say about 1/4 cup of water, because that's kind of the variable that can change depending on your humidity level and all sorts of things, and how thick or thin you want your batter. For pancakes, I prefer it thicker. For waffles, I prefer it thinner. So then I'm going to just scrape this into a mason jar. And I will store this in the refrigerator, and we will have it on hand whenever we want waffles and pancakes, which is pretty often in my house. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you try this recipe. I would love if you leave a comment down below if you tried it and what you thought of it. Have a great day, guys, and God bless you. See you soon.